Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I put the D200 to a test a couple days ago. Didn't mean to, but I sure did. My wife and I went to Palmer, Alaska, which is about 12 miles from our home. Over there, they're celebrating Colony Days, which is a celebration highlighting the founders of that town when they came to Alaska in 1916 and set up the community and began farming in the fertile land over there. So for the past 75 years, Palmer's had Colony Days, and it's a really nice celebration. So we went over there, and I took the D200. And the 18 to 70 lens, the kit lens that came with it when I bought it so many years ago. It was a nice day, like I said, and the clouds were beautiful and the sky was blue. But I thought I could take a few pictures and maybe do a video, on the whole thing. And so I brought the D200, and hadn't even thought about it, but boy, there was a lot of contrast with that bright blue sky and white clouds, and then all the vendors' tents and all the people, they were on the ground and in the shade. And I realized when I started taking pictures that it was going to be a problem. But I went ahead and took some pictures. I really didn't have much confidence in the way they would turn out. And we spent a couple hours there just walking around and I took, maybe 30 pictures or something like that. Whenever I looked at them on the screen, I said, these are not going to be good. But I kept taking them, and I didn't want to, I still wanted to have a good time there for my wife and I. Luckily, I was shooting in RAW format, and so when I got home, I looked through them on my camera. I looked through those pictures, and dang, the skies were, for the most part, nice, but I wasn't too confident about the shadows and the people and everything. So I brought them out to the studio, and I put them on the computer and started looking through them and playing with them. And you know what? That D200 just shined over there. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shadows, but you know what? I was able to repair all the damage I did. That D200 file is really, the RAW file is really, you can get a lot out of it as long as you haven't overexposed the highlights or underexposed the shadows. If you're somewhere in between, you can do a lot with those files. And so I started working my way through them, and there was probably, 5 or 6 that were pretty much overexposed or underexposed. They went both ways. I know I was shooting on aperture priority f/16 and ISO 200, I think. Every shot that I did, that was how I shot it. And it got to be where I knew they weren't going to be much good. I started taking them, I was sure they weren't going to be good pictures, so I even quit looking at the screen. I quit peeking at the pictures. I just took the pictures and walked away. I like to do that too, but I was real surprised. These were nice pictures when I got them finished and colorful. It was really nice, and it made the day better actually, because I was really wanting to make this video for you guys about the time I had over there. So right now, I think let's just take a look at these pictures. I'll do a little slideshow here for you, and then we'll come back and I'll talk about it. Talk about the event and the pictures a little bit more. And let's just enjoy these pictures. So yeah, right now, before I say anything else, let's just go there right now. Pretty nice, huh? As you can probably imagine, I was pretty pleased when I started getting those pictures out of those files. Anyway, on those pictures, I'm going to put one up here before and after. So I'm gonna link them together and a before and after picture of the file, the raw file, and then my finished product, and let you take a look at it there so you can see. You can see what I was working with. But anyway, here it is. Here it is right here. And you'll notice that everything is dark in the raw file except for the sky. It was a struggle. I thought it was going to be more of a struggle, but they came out pretty nice. So I hope you like them. And it was a lot of fun. If you're ever at Palmer in June, you ever come to Alaska in June, you're in the Matanuska Valley, check and see, I think it's the second week in June that Palmer has their colony days. And it doesn't cost anything to park. You just park wherever you can find a space, a legal space, and get out and walk to the ground. You can't miss it. Palmer's not that big. And, if you're here in the second week in June, check it out and go over there and visit and look at the scenery and see the people. It's great. All right, so I did print one. Of course, I printed one, and I've got it here. And it just kind of shows what it was like over there. It was a nice day, even though it was a little chilly. So I'll get this up here. I've adjusted my sound, and I noticed on the last video when I held this picture up for you, I was on the wrong side of the microphone. I tried to set it so so the sound goes all the way around, but I didn't like the sound that I got of that. So I'm gonna try to stay on this side of the microphone today, and so you can actually hear me better. So I'm gonna hold this up here. And there it is. I hope you can see it good enough. I don't know where I'm at there. So there we go, folks. That's taken with the Nikon D200, the 18 to 70 kit lens, taken at 40 millimeter, which with the crop sensor, it is, 75 or something like that. No, 60. Yeah, it's 60 millimeter when you got the lens set to 40. And then at 1/350th of a second, f/16 ISO 200. That's the specs on that picture, and it came out really nice. Yep, I think I like it. I don't know if we'll frame it or not, but it's an interesting picture with all the people and everything there. So there you go. We'll see how that works for the sound anyway. So, you probably noticed that I changed the name of my YouTube channel to Rendezvous Photography. That's my business name. That's on all my cards and everything like that. And, my wife and I we were just talking. We'd talk about weird stuff sometimes, and we were talking about, we see a lot of businesses around in Alaska, everywhere actually, and you look at the name of the business and you have no idea what they do. You just don't have a clue, because what the name of the business is, it doesn't even refer to what they do there. And we were saying how, your business name ought to have somewhere in it to let you know what kind of business it is, so people know what they're looking at. Anyway, I got to thinking about that, and I thought hard about it. I thought, we're right. That message was aimed right at me, because, when I call my YouTube site A Sight for Sore Eyes, that's a catchy little name, all right, but it doesn't say anything about photography at all, not a bit. And so on Sunday night, I sat there and debated and debated about changing the name. I was afraid I'd lose, subscribers. And at this point, I don't really want to lose anybody. So anyway, I said, yep, I'm going to do it. And I did it. I put Rendezvous Photography. And now it says photography. And that's why I changed my name. And I think it'll probably stay that way unless someone convinces me otherwise. But anyway, so yeah, instead of a Sight for Sore Eyes, you're going to be looking for Rendezvous Photography. Then there is that. So that's it for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the pictures and my kind of rambling a little bit. I do that once in a while. And I'm working on it, though. And I'm working on my sound and my video and everything like that. I'm trying to make it a little better. Anyway, you guys have a nice weekend or week, whatever it is coming up where you're at and when you're looking at this. And thanks again for the comments and the likes and the subscriptions. I'm getting a few of those. I could use some more, but don't worry about it. We'll be fine. You guys take care, stay safe, and keep those cameras clicking. All right, see you next time. Bye, guys.